All right, gang. So we're starting to skate up already onto the first web of connection assignment that's going to be due here in a couple of days. I realize that this is kind of nebulous and kind of vague, but that's kind of the point of it. I want this web of connection, this WOC1 or whatever you want to call it, to actually be something that you can use personally to study for yourself. The way that I kind of see the exercise physiology world, the way that kind of the field of kinesiology and exercise physiology exists, is it works like a spider web, right? So everything has some sort of connection. Learning how to view systems physiology is what's going to be massively key in your ability to really kind of not just understand, but to get a solid working base of knowledge, if you will, for this specific field. It is a system. Everything has some sort of connection. The way that the head bone's connected to the foot bone, right? Same thing is going to be here, especially when it comes to metabolism. So under your assignments tab, you're going to see that you have this web of connection due. The first web of connection looks something like this. So we've got carbs on our right-hand side, we've got fat on our left-hand side, and we've got ATP smack dab in the middle. What I want you to do is I want you to start thinking of the ways that fats and carbs are interrelated, the way that ATP and fat is interrelated, how you can actually create ATP from fat, same thing with carbohydrates, and how else can we also make ATP. So just to give you a really 30,000 foot overview of some of the connections that you could draw. We know that the only way that we can really burn fat is if we put it through the Krebs cycle. While we're going to get some ATP from Krebs cycle, I could draw an arrow from Krebs to ATP. We're going to get one per turn. I know that the majority of my ATP is going to come from the electron transport chain, so I kind of have arrows connecting all of this through. It ends up looking very similar to a mind map. So you could do something like this, and this isn't necessarily an example of an amazing, perfect 100% score type situation. If it was me, and since I'm the one grading it, kind of is me, right? I think that the best way to do this is to actually go in and outline steps, or at least make notation. What is glycolysis? What's the overarching purpose of glycolysis? What are some of the steps of glycolysis? What are the important steps of glycolysis? Same thing with Krebs cycle. What are some of the important steps? How are we going to be maybe releasing CO2? Start talking about some of those things in here and really use this as a study guide. You're not going to get a study guide when it comes to the exam, and this is a pretty good example of how we're going to move towards those essay questions. Basically, the way that it's going to go is tell me about this system, right? Tell me about this system. And by being able to work through this, you should understand how to get through the system. So we're going for this mind map. We're going for an approach to show connectivity, expand on those connections, drive home the point, and use this as a way to study. If you want to use different colors, rock on, go for it. If you want to use different words, rock on, go for it. Stick to the science, but make it so that it's something that you can understand, you can remember, and you can drive home. The next web of connections just going to basically take and attach right below this so that we'll continue to tie everything back to ATP, to carbs, and to fat. The next one will go above. The next one will go off to the right. The next one will go off to the left. Basically, at the end of the day, if you were to print off all of these web of connections, you'll be able to lay them all out on the floor, stand up and look down and actually study. And you will have the entirety of the final already there done for you. Sound good? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always available for you.